know what they say, you either die an idol lover or die before you live long enough to become one. Going into this, I thought watching all 26 episodes of Idolmaster in 2 days would make this video easier, but now I'm just at a loss. So yeah, should you watch idol anime? If you're easily susceptible to drugs, no. If you easily become obsessed over cute, funny anime girls that don't actually exist, no. If you have any sense of self-worth or self-respect, no. Idolmaster is an idol franchise stemming back to 2005 as an arcade game, which was later released for the Xbox, and if you don't know what it is already, then you might have seen its name thrown around because of this little guy right here. Is this joke still funny? Not gonna lie, I used to laugh at Miru for liking this stuff, but now I'm laughing with him. Prior to watching Idolmaster and Love Live, the closest thing to an idol anime that I had seen was Perfect Blue and Macross Do You Remember Love, so hopefully that gives you an idea of how unqualified I am to talk about this. Idol anime is one of those genres that you know more about than you probably think. I mean, you would assume that with the amount of art you see on Twitter that more people would be talking about it, so explain to me how Data Life Season 4 already has more members on my anime list than the original Idolmaster? At this point, I'm pretty sure the entirety of the idol industry is being carried by Japan's exponential spiral into parasocialism and anime sexualism. And as much as I love sex, if you're on death row and the last choice you've made for yourself in life is to recreate the Idolmaster movie poster entirely out of the kanji character for depression, then maybe we need to take a step back and reconsider some things. Not to mention that the reality that a lot of these needs are being fed is just wrong. The thing with idols is if you like idols, then usually you really like idols. There's a lot that I personally find pretty hard to rationalize with this genre, namely how every idol commercial or music video gives me secondhand dread due to the fact that these girls are smiling at me like a .35 caliber is being held straight between their eye sockets behind the scenes. Try not to get too attached to anything that isn't Love Live, Idolmaster, or Bandori, because the chances of a competing franchise getting swept under the rug right out the gate is pretty high. I mean, the game publisher Bushiroad alone owns Love Live, Bang Dream, D4DJ, and Kimono Friends. That last one isn't about idols, but I just need to stress that these guys are not messing around. And yes, I'm gonna be using idols and girl bands interchangeably, okay? Not because I think they're the same thing, but because I'm really struggling to write this script. Oh, and I guess aside from girl bands, you also have school idols, but if they're both at school, and they both sing, Most idol series fall under 3 categories. You have school idols, you have professional idols, and you have Idolmaster Xenoglossia. There's a lot more prominence placed on the voice actresses in idol shows than in other parts of the anime industry, which makes sense, considering, you know, they sing. I think the best way I can describe Idolmaster is Evangelion if it was actually good. This isn't just me, right? With Idolmaster, we watch these girls start from basically nothing and work their way up to the top to become the true Idolmaster, or something. By the time I reached the end though, I felt a little weird, like, that was it? It's not that I felt I hadn't seen enough, it's just when I stopped to think about what an idol meant to me, it never struck me as an amateur ordeal like what we see these girls go through, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized that that was kind of the point. We had 25 episodes, 26 if you're counting the OVA, and 29 plus a movie if you want to be a bitch about it. Basically, we had a lot of time to watch these happy, funny anime girls blossom into real idols, and losing touch of how these girls are meant to be real people with real emotions can be very easy through the eyes of a fan in the audience. I can say pretty assuringly that if I'd watched these girls through the eyes of a spectator, that this disconnect would have been a lot more apparent. In fact, I know I would have felt this divide, since this is exactly how my pea-sized brain felt about them before I even watched the show. There were parts in Idolmaster where I'd spontaneously start tearing up. Not because it was sad, but because my emotions have become so encumbered by make-believe anime girls that I can't distinguish the difference between fiction and reality anymore. Like, damn, when Producer-san fell down that hole in the season finale and fucking died, I also died laughing, but seeing the reaction that these girls had to it is really what tend to kill my heart. Oh, that's right, I haven't mentioned the Producer-san yet, have I? Yeah, that's his name. We don't know anything else. Actually, we spend the entire first episode in his POV watching him interview his soon-to-be groomed idols. Miki, if you call him honey on live TV one more time, Producer is gonna get produce sent to Produ prison, okay? Yeah, most idol shows have this producer/self-insert archetype. However, in Love Live Nijigasaki, it's especially interesting because our self-insert incarnate is you. No, not you, you stupid idiot. Her name is Yu, you get it? This girl's existence still doesn't make any sense to me. You see, I thought her arc was gonna be facing her fears and joining everyone else as an idol, but her entire arc is that she wants to be the biggest fan of the idols, and that's it. It was only 5 or so episodes in where I asked my girlfriend, who was watching this with me for her 3rd time, no, I don't know why, that she tried explaining to me that this girl isn't even in the game, and her entire character's purpose is that she was created purely to be used as an audience surrogate who actually is in the game, except she's the player, so she's not really in the game since you're literally meant to be her. So yeah, you are literally you're still following me, right? The easiest way for me to describe my feelings while watching Nijigasaki is if I was sent back to 2009 against my will, strapped to a chair and forced to watch Haruhi's Endless 8 for the 23rd time in a row. Basically, these episodes are the exact same thing. Every episode goes about how you'd expect. One of the girls feels sad or depressed, and the other girls try cheering her up until she's happy again, and the episode ends with the said girl singing a song about how she's not depressed anymore while the entire world gets swallowed by a vortex of CG and I like to imagine in these scenes that, from the viewpoint of the other girls, they're just watching this pipsqueak dance and sing with no background music or anything. Like, take away the crazy CG camera work and special effects, and you're left with these characters awkwardly gawking in awe at a girl singing J-pop without the fucking pop. You know, it's actually really hard for me to express my feelings about this show. Like, I'm pretty sure 99% of my enjoyment came from factors outside of the show itself, so I don't really know how I'm supposed to feel about this. Everything funny that did happen felt completely unintentional. Like, I still have no idea if Ayumu was supposed to come off as a sociopathic fruitcake, but that's what I took away from it. Oh yeah, and I guess they just go to an all-girls school in an all-girls world because the complete lack of men in this universe explains why every girl in this anime is unrequitedly gay. I hope it doesn't sound like I hate this show. I really don't. Bandori Season 1 made me want to pull a Kokoro and Kokoro kill myself. This bitch has no spatial awareness. I never thought in my entire life that I'd prefer CG over 2D until I had to succumb my eyes to this. The entire 3rd episode is dedicated to the main girl Kazumi singing in front of a crowd of girl band idols she doesn't know on a stage she's never been to before because the girl band that was supposed to perform got wiped out by a typhoon. Yeah, didn't this exact same thing happen in Idolmaster? Is this just like a thing? Should I be worried? At least the song she sings is good, right? You know, I think I actually have a better idea. Let me try it. Hold up. Let's see. Oh? Yeah? Should you watch idol anime? You know, I think the question we should really be asking is, why is idol anime racist? Thanks for watching, my fellow Chibits. Special thanks to all my patrons, especially my super mega Ilya fans, Curious, Red Raccoon, the Epic Droid, and Jijibbers, JJ Vers. I don't know how I'm supposed to say your name now, Money Man. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.